Hey, it's Charmon again, and we are on day 2 of Fashion Revolution Week. So yesterday I promised to talk about the Rana Plaza disaster and exactly what Fashion Week was. So things are about to get a little bit serious. You ready? First up, Rana Plaza. Rana Plaza was an 8-story commercial building in Bangladesh. It housed garment factories, shops, and a bank. And then on April 24th of 2013, that building collapsed, killing over 1,100 people and injuring 2,000 more. The biggest issue, though, is that they knew the building wasn't safe. Even though the shops had closed down and the bank had closed, the garment factory workers were forced to go back in and work. Now, if you are like anybody else, you're thinking someone needs to be held responsible for this. And you'd be right. What the country itself did was arrest the garment factory owners and the owner of the building itself. And eventually over 30 other people, including some government officials, were indicted for murder and held culpable for the collapse of this building. However, one of the main reasons that the garment factory workers were forced back into the building was because the garment factories were under pressure from the brands to complete their orders. The brands themselves weren't really held responsible, and they are literally getting away with murder. Clearly, this is not okay. And it wasn't just fast fashion brands that items were being sewn in these factories. It was also some mid-level brands. And the biggest issue here is that there's simply not enough transparency in their supply chain, which is where Fashion Revolution Week comes in. The big point is just to add some more transparency, to ask the brands if they know who is making their clothes, and also to bring light to workers that are often forced into the shadows and made invisible. I think it's really important to remember that there are human beings making your clothing, and the majority of these are young women, and they're being exposed to unhealthy and toxic work environments, and on top of that, often physical abuse and sexual harassment. So, bringing all this to light, I really hope that you'll think about joining us and asking brands who made my clothes, because bottom line is that no one should die for fashion.